Hey guys, it's Steve with My Honey's Handmade. Let's see who's in the live today. Come on, baby. Man, it takes forever for my chat to load up on the laptop. I'm not sure why. Man, it takes forever for my chat to load up on the laptop. I'm not sure why. Let's turn off. It takes forever for my chat to load up on the laptop. I'm not sure why. Let's turn off. Let's turn off the sound of my laptop. That'll help with the echo. Hey, someone put a comment in the chats, okay? Oh, there it goes. It showed up. Perry, what's up, man? Hey, Night Owl, Small Woodlot. Doing great. Perry, hey, Aiden. Perry just told us we were in a live earlier with some other friends, and I think he just got a new, scroll saw delivered, right, Perry? I think that's what I heard or saw. That's awesome, Perry. You know, oh, hey, Michael, I'm glad. Appreciate that. Hey, Joseph. So yeah, Perry, my dad, he was a carpenter. He passed away 6 years ago. He gave me a non-functional scroll saw, and I could never get it working. And then after that, when he passed away 6 years ago, I inherited his working scroll saw, and I think the only thing I made with it was I put a Bigfoot piece of paper on it and cut it out for a Boy Scout silent auction gift. And that was a hit, but man, I'm not very good at it. I think you'll really enjoy it. That'll be a great addition to the shop. Firewood delivery, all right. Small wood lot. We'll give it a couple more minutes. I'm just, if you guys saw, I'm not gonna shift the camera. Yesterday on my live, I had a couple of lives. I had problems. I didn't have the laptop in the shop, so I was using the phone to try to respond to comments. And man, I disconnected and paused it. But I had this huge chunk of reclaimed maple, and I used my chainsaw to cut it up into manageable pieces. So yesterday, we started this birdhouse. This is solid maple. All this is maple. This is cherry for the top. So this is where we left it yesterday. We cleaned this up, made it a cylinder. This is for the perch. This is for the birds to go in. So today what we're going to do, we got a couple of things going on. We're going to shape this lid, or the top part, and we're going to sand this, and we're going to sand it all and then install our our perch. Hey, Amy Jo. And then, so here's an idea. This is one I've made before out of, what is that? That's oak and cedar for the lid. You can just see the size difference. But I've got a craft show coming up next month. I need a few things, and I thought this would make a pretty fun live. So we're going to finish that up. The other thing we're going to do is make a biscuit cutter, a cookie cutter. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these, but this is also from the same maple. I made this for my wife probably 3 years ago. I made a batch, sold a few at craft shows. And so we're going to make one of these as well. And I'll show you a shortcut tip for you lathe turners so you can get your measurements really quickly. So that's what we're doing in the shop today. Amy Jo, did you make it out of Oklahoma? we had a lot of, we had a Friday night, we had wind storms, dust storms, and a lot of fires in the state of Oklahoma. So it was pretty rough. We had people burned out of their homes locally. Okay, Amy Joe, be safe. I shipped your stamp, or actually I sent you 2 stamps. So let me know how they work. You'll have to go to Dollar Tree to buy the ink pad. See who we missed out. Okay, small woodlot also found a spun bearing in the lathe that he's restoring. That's no fun. I probably need a new bearing in mine. I just don't know how to do it. I should probably do it. So last week on the live, this is what we made last week. We made this walnut and oak pencil box. And it actually has it's grain wrapped, which means the grain actually follows all the way around the box. So it turned out pretty cool. It's got a sliding lid. And then we also made a tray. And then underneath, you can put pencils underneath. And then on top, you could put all your lead or erasers. This could also be like a narrow jewelry box. That would hold necklaces really well. And this is finished with the Pollux wood oil I've been doing the last few jobs. So that's what we made last week. If you're new to the channel, we make a lot of boxes. We do woodworking, furniture making, laser engraving, and wood turning on the lathe. So quite a bit. What was Night Owl saying? Or the bit burrs. Yeah, I didn't catch that conversation. Let's see if we can find that, Night Owl. Saw that wreck was sad. That wreck wasn't far from where I live. I'm glad we waited. Yeah. Well, hey guys, do me a favor. Oh, that's a good idea, Night Owl. Maybe put the my bits. I was actually, if I don't sell this at a craft show next month, I'll probably use it. It did really well holding my pencils. I have a lot of different marking pencils and everything. So that's a good idea. Hadn't thought of that for the burrs. I'm thinking about making an actual, I bought a new toolbox from Harbor Freight for the burrs. So hey guys, let's do me a favor, smash that like button. We're gonna head over to the lathe and see if we can wrap this up. I'm not sure what shape I want to put here. Usually some type of cone shape so that the water comes off of it. And then later in the live, we're gonna coat this with Thompson's water seal to help protect it in the outdoors, because this is meant to be hung outdoors, usually in a covered location, but it is gonna see some weather. So it's best to go ahead and treat it. And you can use other polyurethane, but I have a lot of Thompson's water seal, so we're gonna treat both of these later. So let's switch over to the lathe. I'm gonna switch the camera and move the laptop, and then we'll get started at the lathe. Appreciate you guys stopping in today. I think Chase said he was going to join, and Mike from the Whacking Shack. Let's move this guy over. Let's take the phone with us. Got to squeeze in here. I have a wood delivery over there I got to start working on tomorrow, so I'm pretty tight space here. Got to grab my respirator too. Well, small wood lot, yeah, I do make my own boxes. He says, hey, what do you mean buy from Harbor Freight? You make boxes, so why not make your own chest for bits, burrs, and often needed like pieces? I might. Sometimes I don't have the time and I like ready-made stuff occasionally. You kind of run out of time. All right, let's switch the camera here. Hey, Daryl. So this piece of cherry we glued in yesterday about 3 p.m., so it's almost 24 hours. So we're just going to mount this on the lathe. This was already chucked up from yesterday. Let me bring the tailstock up. I was drilling out some of these. I'm actually making several of these for the craft show. So I was kind of preparing for it. Glad you found us, Daryl. So basically, let's clean this top up a little bit. We're going to get to work here. I'm going to put on some eye protection. We should probably true this up first. Well, that's not working out well at all. It's getting a little loose. still got a flat spot there. All right, so it's round. Now we're going to clean this edge up. It's not square. Whoopsie, I got to get that tool. That's why you wear a face shield. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, guys, Ray made a pretty cool, I saw the picnic table, Ray. That two-person picnic table was really cool. And Ray, I don't know about the Harbor Freight 8-10-inch lathe. For $250, man, that's pretty cheap. You can make some cool stuff with it, but be careful. It gets addictive once you start working on the lathe. What's up, Chase? Thanks for joining, man. All right, I'm going to mask back up. We're going to keep going on this Birdhouse. That's not looking too bad. Okay, guys, this next tool is really cool. If you ever see one of these at a flea market or a garage sale, pick it up. Check this out. This is if you're a wood turner, this is a Robert Sorby texturing tool. It lets you add texture to your pieces on the lathe. So that's what we're doing next to this lid. Let me clean this up just a little more, then we're going to texture it. But if you guys ever see one of those, they're such a great tool. Let's zoom in on this a little bit. So there's no texture. Let's see if we can get some texture. Just a little bit. Let's see if you can see that. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that texture on there? It's a pretty light texture. I'm going to see if I can go a little deeper. Okay. So now I've got this really cool texture on that piece. Can you guys see that? Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool. You can actually go deeper. I'm very inexperienced at this tool. I got it at a wood turner passed away, and her mom was selling all her tools, and they were near mint condition. So I bought this and some other stuff for like $75. I had no idea what it was worth. This tool's worth around $250 to $300. I was like, wow, had no idea. So I'm not great with it. I'm still learning with it. But this is one of the things that this will make your pieces stand out. Because yeah, it looks like a textured roof or something. So the next thing to do, let me ask you guys a question. Let me switch the camera. You guys, let me switch this. Sorry, let me zoom out. Do you think we should put, this is going to be the end of it. You think we should put some burn marks here and here? Why don't you guys vote? You want a burn mark there and there? What do you think? When I say a burn, I mean like this. Here's a piece I textured off camera. You can see the texture. I left the center part non-textured, but you can see the texture a little better there. This is going to be for, this is another birdhouse I was doing. Hey, Rebecca. So yeah, the burn marks, we'll do the burn marks. I like it. It just, you know, you're trying to create a unique piece that someone likes that's different than someone else's. So let's do that. Let me get a better video for you. Sorry, gotta adjust this thing. There we go. That's better. So let's put some, this is just an old piece of baling wire. Let me show you what I do. You just turn the lathe up to 12 or 1300 RPM. You know what? Joseph had a good idea. He says, why not burn, then texture? Well, we're a little late for that, I think. What do you think about burning after the texture on the roof? I'm down with it, if you guys are. I haven't tried that. I bet that would add some neat character to it, though. Man, it's dusty in here now. What do you guys think? You want to put a torch on the roof? All right, let's get it. Let me switch this camera up. This is what it's about, making your work stand out, you know? Honestly, I don't know anybody in my area that makes these birdhouses in the first place, but... So let's torch that sucker. I'm going to put a piece of plywood underneath it because, man, there's a lot of tinder, little shavings of wood under here. Try to protect, not burn the place down. Pretty good idea with the burn, man. We'll have to sand some of this off, but not a lot of it. That's enough for me. Let me grab some sandpaper. We'll give that a light sand, and I think it'll keep some of the burn. What's up, Kevin? What you doing, man? Let's sand that bad boy a little bit. Because honestly, we're ready to... I like how it looks. I'm going to add one more burn mark in here. I think it needs something up here for decorative. Maybe not. So let's sand this bad boy. You know, guys, you're full of great ideas today. We're going to use the texture tool on the side of the roof. Who said that? Yeah, Perry the Carving Wizard. Go check him out. He's a great carver. I kind of dig it. Honestly, though, Perry, it makes me want to burn that too, man. I'm down with it. I'm going to burn it. Let's call it good on burning. Texture, then burn, leave inside burnt. Texture would be opposite. I think it'll look cool, man. Hey, what's up, Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse? Thanks for stopping in, man. We're wrapping up a birdhouse, and then we're going to make a biscuit cutter here in just a minute. I don't know. I think the burn may be, I don't know. It's showing some differentiation in color. I'm not 100% sold on that finish right there, guys. It looks, I want to say, I think I like the idea of texturing after you burn it, but I think it's kind of cool. I'm going to sand it a little more. Man, that's really looking cool with the texture. I think I'm going to leave it and we're just going to part this off. Go put some finish on it real quick. That texture's pretty cool. So let's switch gears. We're going to go put some finish on this real quick. And then we're going to come back to the lathe and make a biscuit cutter. But I'm kind of digging that for the first real try. I think I'm going to have to work with that. I kind of like the difference in coloration, but you really see that texture. Comes in really neat. Get this camera set up for you guys. I do too. Yeah, night owl. I've only made, I don't know, a couple. As you guys can see, there's some of the stuff I made. That's some of the big chunks I cut off with the chainsaw. So I've got all those to make. So yeah, let's add some stuff. Let me grab my glue and we'll glue this perch in real quick. I made that off camera earlier today. Save a little time for you guys, you know. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Hey guys, I'm in Oklahoma. Where are you guys watching from? Put in the comments, let me know. I'm near Tulsa in Oklahoma, which is northeast Oklahoma. Paper towel to wipe the rest of that off. That'll make a neat little Birdhouse. I'm gonna get some measurements too, because let's see how big this thing is. All right. So this size that's 7 inches by 2.5. I sell these anywhere from $20 to $30 at a craft show. This guy is 8.5 inches by 3-inch diameter. I haven't sold these before because I haven't had the material. What do you guys think would be a good price for that at a craft show? Solid maple and solid cherry for the top and the perch. What do you guys think? A yo-yo would be fun, small woodlot. Night Owl, North County, Dublin, Ireland. Wow. Andrew Miller, what's up, Andrew? Just across the river. He's a Boy Scout friend. Rebecca is in Central Missouri. What up, Rebecca? We're neighbors. Small woodlot, New Jersey, near Fort Dix. Then we have Perry the Carving Wizard in Lexington. Rain Sandy is in Cincinnati. Joseph's, Mississippi. Carving Wizard says $30 easy. Night Owl says 25 to 30 easy. Ash urns sell well, large. Yeah. Night Owl, I've made some boxes for urns that have like a picture or like a photo box. Haven't sold any yet, but I've got them listed on my store. So this is just some Thompson's water seal. Probably don't need a whole lot. Let's start with that. See, I expect to see these colors really start popping. Oh crap, I forgot. I need to get that out of there with the tool real quick. Can't leave that. I think I'll leave the rest kind of as a maker's mark. I'm going to sand it really briefly. You know what I found? I'm not trying to make it look like some Chinese factory worker made it. You know what I mean? Thanks, Rebecca. I think 30 to 35, I'd be happy with that. Yeah, possum. Man, once you start adding the color. So let's start. This is the maple. Let's see what that looks like. You're like, okay. Man, that maple's going to be nice. I'm glad we went with the black rings. It just adds a neat little contrast. Yeah, Ray, if Ray's still here, Ray, if you get a lathe, man, let me know. I can give you some pointers. Josh, Last Breath Woodworking. Mike DeLauder from the Whacking Shack, he's got a lathe. Ryan's got a lathe now. I would assume Josh is the most experienced. So we're just getting all these nooks and crannies to protect it against the weather. Now we're going to flip this bad boy. Oh, man, check that grain out. That's cool. I love it. Of course, we have the cherry perch. Ooh, I got a knot on this side. That's going to be neat. I'll put some more down here probably. Just make sure it's sealed up. Flip it upside down. Get this edge here. Oh man, that texture, that cherry on top's pretty cool. See if you guys can see that. Sorry, I need to get a better angle for y'all. That's cool. That's pretty, man. I'm glad I went with cherry. Oh, here's that top that we burnt. Oh yeah, that's cool. I'm digging that. Even if it doesn't look symmetrical, I'm cool with that. I want it. That's awesome. Check that out, y'all. It's got that cool texture. Man, I'm digging that. Good suggestion, whoever suggested texture here on the side, too. Okay, so we're all covered there. Man, I'm digging that. Let's see. Electric Whittler is live in 18 minutes. Yeah, that thing is popping, right? Let's do this other real quick. This one's one I made. Man, I think I made this like 2 or 3 years ago. I think. So that's a maple perch. I made one last year. I made a couple. There was a branch, my next door neighbor's fruit tree fell down, and it was an old rotten branch. So I made a couple out of it. I definitely like the cherry and maple combo better than the oak, but oak and cedar is pretty classic. The cedar should pop. Yeah, check that out. I'm not hating it. I would expect cedar is a soft wood possum. I would expect the cedar it turns really soft. I would expect it to carve very easily. Because when I work with cedar, it's very soft. I'm just going to wipe off the excess on both of these guys. Man, this one's my favorite. Luckily, I'm making more of these. I like this maple and cherry one. That texturing is so cool, too. I'm thinking 35 for this dude. After seeing it with the finish, I think I'd add $5 to that guy. All right. See what you guys think. I need to sand in there. I'll have to sand that with my finger. I cut myself earlier, so that's pretty freaking cool. So you guys can see that texture on the side. That's what we did on the roof. That texturing tool is really cool. Possum, you can find cedar 4x4s at a building supply. Yeah, thanks, Ray. Thanks, Possum. Yeah, right, Perry? I think with that, man, that's $35 all day long. All right. So, we're switching gears. I've already got this other project started to save a lot of time for you guys. I already made it round. But I'm going to show you a couple of tips if you're a wood turner. Know this tip. There you go. So this is what we're going to make. This is a biscuit cutter. This is one I made a few years ago from that same maple. So I already have a piece of wood that I turned around before the live. I didn't want you guys to sit there and wait forever. So this one should go pretty darn quick. All right. I've already got most of it round. So I'm just going to turn the rest of this round, and then I'm going to show you a story stick. All right, Possum, here we go, man. Biscuit cutter. We're trying to get 3 inches diameter is what we're trying to get down to. Of course, I don't have my tape measure. But guess what? We know this is right around 3. So we need to be this size. So we're going to go down a little bit more. Here we go. sure we're tight. All right. Hey, Suzanne, how's it going? All right, so here's what we're doing. We're gonna mark, this is a story stick. I took the measurements of this and just transferred them to a piece of wood. And then I hammered in a couple of nails and clipped off the end so we can use it to mark the wood. So it's a really fast way if you're batching these out, which I will be. It'll mark the wood and you can keep going forward. You can also do it real easy with a piece of wood. Here I've got a piece of wood marked, and I can just mark here and mark here, and you can do the same thing. So it's just whichever way you want to do. So now let's try it with this guy, the storyboard, story stick. That's actually kind of dangerous, isn't it? I might not have them right. So you need to be on the underside is what I think. But so yeah, it's basically in the same mark. So it's just a different way to do it. Let's see if we're on. Let's check our diameter. So see, we're still a little big on our diameter, so we can come down a little bit more. We're not quite ready for that story stick. Where'd my drill go? Now we need to drill a hole in this guy. Now we're going to drill a hole all the way through the center. What this does it keeps the dough or the biscuit you cut or cookie from sticking. You don't want to have a vacuum in there, so this has a hole on either end. We're just going to drill that real quick. that ain't good. We knocked it loose by doing that. Dang it. That happens sometimes. Let's get this guy out. Let me get this guy centered again. There we go. Tighten this guy back up. They sometimes like to wiggle loose. Biscuit cutter, yeah. What's up, BW? We're making a biscuit cutter, man. Haven't made one in a few years, actually. Now where'd my bit go? So now we're just gonna hollow this guy out. This is our handle here. Let's look at our storyboard. That's the end of it. This is our handle right here. And here's this is one I made several years ago from the same exact wood. So that's what we're going for. We're just hogging out some of this waste before we start hollowing it out. Hey, Poker, what's up, man? Doing good. Thanks for stopping in. I think I'm going to see if we can drill out a little more of that, because that's a lot to hollow by hand. Poker said he's learned a new trick on how to leave live links on people's shorts and videos. I haven't seen that. BW. Dang, BW, appreciate you, brother. Wow, that's my first super on the live stream. Thanks so much. Wow. That is very generous. Hey, Joe, just saw you, man. Wow, thanks so much. Sorry, guys. Oh, that ain't the one. Nope. Gotta find the right tool here. Ooh. Joker in mood shop class when I was in middle school. The teacher was demonstrating the lathe and he switched the vacuum port to the exhaust port. Holy, that's awesome. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right, so it's starting to take shape, right? I needed to really get this in shape, final shaping, before we hollow it all out. So that's what I'm working on now. I like it. Let's clean it up just a little bit. Hey, BW, man, I appreciate it a lot. I'm actually probably going to monetize with 4,000 watch hours this coming week. So it's all because of everyone that watches, likes, and subscribes. So appreciate you guys a whole lot. Well, I got a big old gouge there, so we're going to have to clean this stuff up. Nope, still pretty bad right there. That's my first time using my square scraper. I just got it this week. And because I'm doing a lot of those flat bottom bowls, that's a nice, really smooth finish on that. Yeah, I'll be doing some flat bottom bowls later this week probably. Much appreciated, everybody. All right, so I'm going to clean this up just a little more here, and then we're going to go back to hollowing out, and we're getting close to being done. Back to it. a little more. Or actually, I drilled too far. I got to keep going. It looks pretty small for a diameter. Let's see, let me measure this real quick. It's only 1.75 inches. I'm trying to get 2, so I'm going to try to hollow that out by hand now. Let's see what we can do. Well, Ray, I think it is. Yeah, it's like a negative scraper. Yeah, guys, sorry I didn't mention it. Feel free to share your channels always on my lives, or I don't care. Thanks, Joe. That's amazing, man. You guys are awesome. Okay, so Poker mentioned something. He goes, apparently the live links only work on videos, not shorts. I left a live link in your last video on how to activate your live links on videos. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, and Perry just finished like a, what was it, a hand razor? I forget what it's called. He just finished carving that. And that is not great. That's rough. Okay. Finally, 14 hours later. Okay, so BW says you can tilt the insert on that tool to get a better cut. Just loose the screw and tilt it. Hey, thanks BW. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate that. Super. Oh, nice. So BW has a business. I'm going to have to go check him out. I think I'm following him. I'm not sure. All right, guys. So it's almost done, Possum. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. So it's a lot of work to hollow this out uniformly. It did okay. But you know, I used to do these with this tool, but honestly, maybe I need to switch it over so I'm using a sharper edge. And you never want to do this. They have different tools. Some of them are just square, and then some of them are kind of rounded. You want the ones that are rounded so they don't catch. So we're going to clean that up just a little more, then we're ready to sand it. I can live with that. What's up? Holy crap. All right. Now, hey, we just spent an hour making a biscuit cutter that's worth about $20 to $25. You know, we do it for the pleasure, not for the money, right? So what I'm doing, I'm going to put my mask, we're going to go wet this down. That's called popping the grain, just like a cutting board. That way, when they wash it with water or wipe it off with water, the grain doesn't raise and get really rough to the touch. Says, I want to see you make a donut cutter. Hey man, isn't that what we just made instead of a small donut? Thanks for sharing Possum's channel, Ray. Appreciate you guys. Check out BW's wood turning. He says he's got a wood turning business. I wonder what he sells. Probably lathes and everything else. Check him out, guys. Alright guys, so all we're doing is spinning it to kind of help dry it out a little bit. I can blow air in it, but I'm good. And this thing, I'm going to go ahead and part it off while we're waiting. Oopsie. Sorry. Here's the problem. It really needs support over here before I cut it off. But we're going to sand one more time, but I guess we'll just wait for it to... I need to find something like... It's called a jam chuck, where you jam something in there that's a little close to the size. I got to find something for that real quick. I have a few somewhere. Because I really need to do that. Ooh, I wonder what this would do. Here's a sanding disc, or a sanding thing. Oh, that'll work. Okay, cool. Just about done, guys. Possum, thanks for hanging out, man. I knew we had talked yesterday. Oh, damn, I knocked my phone off. I guess. Sorry about that. Yeah, this thing, these magnets aren't as strong as I thought. Stuck to this wood. I got to rethink that a little bit. Sorry, we're just waiting for that to dry. We're going to finish sanding that real quick. Boy, that camera mount sucks. I don't know if it's that angle or what. We're just waiting for that to dry. We're going to sand it with 220 again. Then we're going to use this as a jam chuck to hold it in while we cut this or part this off. So a few more minutes, we're done, guys. And then what I do with these is treat these with food safe mineral oil, just like I do on my cutting boards. I'm just using that friction to help dry it so we can keep going. Well, where the heck did it go? Hey Ray, my wife taught me how to make homemade biscuits years ago. They taste pretty good. And I make biscuits and gravy, you know what I'm saying? Sausage gravy, baby. That's some wobbly crap. Kerplunk, baby. What's up? That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So here's the original, and here's the one we just made. Let's see. I'm switching cameras. It's too dusty over here for me, guys. Whoo! Let me switch this camera. Show you what this guy looks like. Now, hey guys, Joe, I don't know if you were here. Yesterday I started this on a live out of solid maple, all that walnut, or that maple. And then, so this is cherry lid as well, and we just finished that today. I don't know if you were in here. I used my texture tool. So we finished, and we applied finish, the Thompson water seal on those. So pretty sweet, right? Donut cutter next. Oh, you're good, Possum, man. I appreciate you sticking around. Whoop, dang, man, I keep hitting that freaking, I stepped on the camera. Sorry, guys. All right, so here's the original. That's what I made 3 or 4 years ago for my wife, and I sold a few at craft shows. Here's the other one. This is gonna be, that's about the same size. Pretty close to the same size diameter. It's around 2-inch diameter. EW is the electric whittler. So I'm pretty happy with that. You know, I haven't made them forever. The hollowing is the hardest part, really. And I do have to drill a hole in here. You have to drill a hole so that you don't have a vacuum. So I'm going to drill that, finish sanding this, sand that up, and we're going to call that done. Man, now look at this. Look at all the that working on the lathe causes. Look at all that. Quite a bit, right? Whew. Man, that was a fun day in the shop, guys. So tomorrow I'm doing I'm gonna sand this bowl. This is an airplane epoxy inlay. We're gonna clean that up tomorrow. I made that last week or the week before. That's a client piece. And then I've got to start a big desk for a client tomorrow as well. So appreciate you guys sticking around. I'm going to go clean up a little bit, have a little snack, and go walking. Hope you guys are happy. Hey, Chase, you're just in time, man. So Joe says he was a donut baker for 3 years, used biscuit cutters a lot. I bet. Nice. So check this out, Chase. You missed it. This is what we made. Here's an old biscuit cutter I made a few years ago. Here's the one we just made. And this will darken. Once you apply mineral oil to this, it'll darken. I just got to drill the hole and sand it up. I'm pretty happy with that. Not bad. So as you can tell, I got a bunch of wood. I think I'm going to make some of these and some of these just to make usable items for my craft show in a month. So hope you guys are having a good one. Thanks for sticking around. This is Steve with My Honey's Handmade. Yeah, man, I know you do, Chase. You probably had it today. But I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be live tomorrow on that bowl during the middle of the day. So have a good one, guys. Appreciate you.